Russell fam, in today's video we're going to talk about homeschool burnout. Be back in just a second. Hi, my name is Becky and welcome to our Russell's Loving Life YouTube channel. Here on this channel we talk about homeschooling, homemaking, and everything in between. I am a homeschooling mom of two and I have been homeschooling since 2012. I am currently homeschooling a first grader and a sixth grader. We also have a blog, which is russellslovinglife.com. There I give you tips and tricks and things that I have learned through my years of homeschooling. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that little bell notification down at the bottom. That just lets you know every time we upload a new video. And if you are a returning Russell fam, we are so glad you are back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 tips to help you with homeschool burnout. Now, it's mid-year. Everybody is about to that point of being just tired and just needing a break. Well, I'm here to tell you what homeschool burnout is and that it affects you as well as your children. What is homeschool burnout? It is to the point of where you are stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're tired of trying to find things to put together, you just feel like the weight of the world is on you and you just need to take a breath. That is homeschool burnout. You get that as well as your children. I know my kids do when they get to the point of they just need a break. They are tired of learning about a specific topic. They are tired of just doing school. And so here are 10 tips that I have put together to help you along with your children. Tip number 1 is go outside. Change it up. Whether it is you are doing a nature walk, you are walking around looking at the flowers, it's getting close to spring, you're seeing all the beautiful colors, just get outside. You don't have to plan anything. So that takes the stress off of you of trying to plan a lesson. Just go outside. Just take something and let them draw. Let them run around. Let them just have fun. But tip number 1 is change it up and just get outside. Do not plan an activity, just go. Tip number 2 is just have a read aloud day where you change it up. Whatever book you are reading, find some fun activity to do along with the read aloud. Snuggle up, make some popcorn, throw some pillows on the floor, just have a fun read aloud time. Now, I'm not saying it has to be anything that takes a whole lot of effort. Just do the read aloud that day. And if you have some older kids, let them do part of the read aloud. You do part of the read aloud and let the little ones act it out. That's fun. It's changing it up. It's getting everybody moving. It's getting everybody involved. And it's redirecting everybody's attention from being stressed out, being overwhelmed to let's just have fun and do a read aloud. Tip number 3 is take a field trip. I know we love doing field trips, and with lockdown and everything going on, you may not be able to actually go somewhere, but there are so many virtual field trips that you can take. Just get on Google, research virtual field trips, and go from there. Because I know they can be fun, they can be entertaining, and you don't have to do anything but just turn on the computer and sit there with your kids and enjoy the field trip. That's it. And if you're able to get out and do something, then go somewhere, get out of the house, and go to a physical place for a field trip. Now, I know when we go on vacation, we always try to find somewhere to go on a field trip while on vacation in that area. Somewhere we normally don't get to go, or on a typical year, just find something that's different. Change it up. And it doesn't have to be an all serious field trip. It can be somewhere fun. So keep that in mind. Like, I took the kids to the Krispy Kreme and we went inside and we watched them make donuts. That was a fun field trip for us. There was nothing I had to do except for buy the donuts afterwards, but that was a fun field trip and we got to see them make the donuts and then eat them. So that's what I mean by fun field trips. They don't have to all be serious, but just change it up. Tip number 4 is bake something. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, great, I've got to plan on baking something. Seriously, when you're in the grocery store, you can buy the pre-mixed, blueberry muffins, where all you have to add is milk or water or something, and the kids can make muffins. You can do it easily that way, or you can plan out a more complicated baking. But let the kids get involved. Let them do it. Be there supervising. And hey, when you're baking, you got math involved in there because they've got to figure out the measurements, the fractions, all of that kind of stuff, reading a recipe, reading the directions, but it is fun. You get to bake, and when you bake, you make a mess. Act silly. Just change it up. Have fun. I know I keep saying that, but this homeschool burnout can bring everybody down. And it happens to everybody. I know you say, oh no, it's not going to happen to me. We're not going to do that. Mid-year, it's going to happen. And the closer it gets to the end of your school year, the more burnout's going to happen too, because the kids are so ready for a break, unless you are a year-round homeschooler where you homeschool for 6 weeks or take a week off or however you do it. But just get in the kitchen, turn on some music, and bake. Tip number 5 is kind of what helps us get through the year with us being year-round homeschoolers, is we do school 4 days a week, and that's when we do our book work and all of the more intense type stuff. And then on Fridays is kind of a relaxed, fun day. We do field trips that day. We get out of the house and just do things, but Friday is fun. So that's how we kind of change it up a little bit, is we do 4 day a week book work, the more serious core stuff that we have to do, and then Friday is just fun. So if that helps you, try that. Do your 4 day a week, and then on that Friday, have some fun. And it really doesn't have to be on a Friday, because I know sometimes my schedule gets all jumbled and I may have to do my fun Friday on a Wednesday. So you do what works best for your family if you decide you want to throw in that fun day in the week. Tip number 6 is do some arts and crafts. Now, I know if you're looking for ideas for arts and crafts, go to Pinterest. There are all kinds of fun ideas on there. But if you're a mama like me and you're thinking, oh my Lanta, the mess is going to be made with this arts and crafts, it doesn't have to be that bad. I have seen on Pinterest where you take plastic figurines, whether it's some kind of animals or something like that, take it outside, let them trace the shadow that it makes, and then color it. Take a leaf that you find in the fall and put it on a piece of paper, or put the piece of paper on top of it and then color with the leaf, and it shows you the outline of the leaf. I mean, they don't have to be massive arts and crafts projects. You can give your kids some paper and tell them, go outside and draw me a picture of what you see. Or you can tell them to practice folding if you want to do a book on origami or something like that. I mean, it doesn't all have to be glue and glitter and all of that type stuff. But just do an arts and crafts day. Do something that's fun. Make something. Change it up. That is how you get through this homeschool burnout for you and your kids, is just change it up. No matter what it is, just change it up. And tip number 7, I say this, I think, in every single one of my videos, is take a break. And I say this when you get frustrated during a lesson, take a 5-minute break, 10-minute break, whatever you need. But if you're to the point of homeschool burnout, just take off a couple days. It's not going to hurt anything. If you need to make it up that weekend, then make it up that weekend, because I know some states require you that you have to homeschool so many days. But if your state doesn't require it, then take off a few days and work a couple days, and then just carry over what you need to for the next week. Taking a break when you need it is not going to hurt anything, because sometimes you just need to just take a break from schooling in general, recharge your batteries, let the kids recharge their batteries, and just take that break. Go have lunch at the park. Go whatever you need to do. Find a way to take a much needed break. You and the kids will be so much better for it when you come back to all of your core subjects. Tip number 8 is watch an educational video, a documentary. There are tons of them on Netflix. There's tons of them on YouTube. There's tons of them on PureFlix. Whatever service you have, I'm sure there are some documentaries, educational videos. I know there's a bunch of them on YouTube. So just find whatever y'all are currently studying or working on, or if it's something that the kids are interested in, then just find that one and spend a day just watching those. Instead of just watching a movie, you can do that too, but watch the educational documentaries, educational films. Find something that the kids are interested in other than their video games and things like that. Just make it educational but fun at the same time. Tip number 9 is let the kids plan their day. Now, you can do this 2 different ways. You can say, okay, here is what we've got to work on today. You pick the order that we're going to do it. I know that helps a lot in my homeschool. Or you can say, okay, for the older ones, you can say, okay, you plan your day. You pick the topic that you're going to learn about that day. You go research it and go from there. It works better with the older kids because the little ones may not be there. But let them plan their day. Let them have some form of say in their school, and that makes a major difference. Now, I know you still have to cover the core subjects, the reading, the writing, the language arts, all of that kind of stuff. But if you throw in a subject or something they're interested in, that helps. Just letting them plan that one day, that helps too. So get the kids involved and they will tell you what they want to do for that day. So that takes the fun, it puts the fun in it. It takes the stress out of it on you. I can't talk, but the kids will enjoy that. And it doesn't have to be an everyday thing. Just when you see everybody stressed to the max, just let them plan the day. So one, they get to see how you feel when you're having to plan their school, but it also gives them a voice. And finally, tip number 10, game schooling. Break out all the board games and have a board game day. And I know I have a bunch of educational games. For the little ones, they don't have to be lots of educational, but it's just board games and they get to have fun. You can make it into a homeschooling thing. If you don't have any of the major educational board games, that's fine. Break out Monopoly, the Game of Life, those type things. Just have a board game day and just have fun with it. I hope these 10 tips have helped you to figure out how to get through the homeschool burnout for you and for your kids. I know we hear lots of homeschool mom burnout, but we got to think about the kiddos too. They get it just as easily as we do. So these 10 tips will help you and them. As always, remember to be kind, be careful, be considerate, and have a great day. Bye.